Virtual summits are the most powerful online marketing tool available to grow your list, launch your platform, make more money, and create an impact in the world, even if you're just getting started. If you are ready to take your summit to the next level, then tune into the Virtual Summit Podcast with Dr. Mark T. Wade.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark T. Wade, founder of Virtual Summit Software and creator of the One Day Summit Formula. And I'm on a mission to help you, the summit host, get your summit out to the world in a powerful and impactful way. So let's get started. What if you could click one button and turn your old summits into a lead-generating powerhouse that runs year-round? Now you can, and we're going to talk about that and the strategies on how to do it in today's episode. Hi, I'm Dr. Mark T. Wade, founder of Virtual Summit Software, creator of the One Day Summit, and your host here on the Virtual Summit Podcast. Excited to be jumping into today's episode. Want to remind you that you can get all of the information we talk about here on today's episode in the show notes at podcast.virtualsummits.com/075. Additionally, be sure to check out our resource area over at virtualsummits.com, where we have all kinds of free resources like the One Day Summit Starter Guide, Interview Like a Pro, and more. Now, one of the biggest downsides to running a virtual summit has always been the one-off factor aspect to the summit, meaning we could spend months and months of time, energy, and effort for a great event that in most cases would deliver tremendous results, but then afterwards was pretty much just a pile of videos taking up space in our video hosting platforms. You might say, but Mark, what about Evergreen Strategies? And you'd be right. We would then, and still do, use our summits as special promotion opportunities, meaning we would offer it as an upsell, a downsell, a flash sale, or affiliate sale, which would occasionally generate some small revenue. However, we all know the power of a virtual summit typically resides in the list building and relationship generating aspect. Now, I can tell you're already thinking, well, why not just rerun it? Again, another great idea. And many summit hosts would do just that. But unfortunately, the power of human psychology is strong. And our brains tell us that if something is over, that it's old. And if it's old, then it must no longer be good. So we would see a very low opt-in conversion on summit reruns, mainly because there wasn't a great way to hide the fact that it was a rerun. Then a few years ago, some summit hosts started using a special plugins on WordPress to try and make it look as if it were live again. And these worked pretty well. The only problem is it would cost thousands of dollars for that little special plugin, and it would take another 100 hours to set it all up. And that's if you actually had the technical capacity to do that. Most of us aren't coders or developers, and we don't have the time to spend to set that all up for the hope of getting a few more leads every month. And then it would always break every month. You'd have to go back in and fix it or check it. Now, you're thinking, Mark, this is dark and depressing. I'm not sure if I want to listen to this episode. Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed or something? Now, my young Padawan hosts, you should know by now that I won't leave you to the dark side. But I'm always going to paint the picture how it is, no sugarcoating from Uncle Mark over here. Now, on to the good news and how you can make your summit 100% golden forever, generating you ongoing leads and relationships forever. Essentially, why a virtual summit is now the number one thing you can do to build your business. Let me set the scene first. When we originally created Virtual Summit Software, the goal was to make hosting a summit easier and quicker than ever before, which is why with the Virtual Summit Software, you can literally have a summit up and ready to rock within a few hours instead of hundreds of hours that it used to take. This was the first software ever created specifically for hosting summits. It first launched in early 2017. Again, full transparency, I created this software for me and my summits because of how many we host. So there was a self-serving purpose to it. And there still is because I still run all of my summits on this software.
Virtual Summit's software makes hosting a summit easier than ever. The only software in the world designed specifically for hosting a summit lets you set up a summit in a matter of hours with no tech skill or team needed. You can try out the Virtual Summit's software free at virtualsummits.com. But hurry, this is a limited offer.
Now, as a student of the game, I continue to try and improve my summit conversions, my results, my profits, etc. However, like everyone else, I was also suffering from the dreaded dark side of the summit, meaning when the summit ended. Then I started thinking, how cool would it be if we could just rerun our summits as if they were live, ongoing, forever? And if it was easy to do that. We spent months and months going through the process, brainstorming, building, scraping things together till we finally created something that has literally revolutionized the virtual summit industry. I introduced to you the Ever Summit feature inside the Virtual Summit software. Now, we'll get into the specific tactics on how you can implement this in a moment, but it is important you understand this concept before we move forward with tactics. The Ever Summit feature allows you with one click of a button to rerun your summit as if it was live forever, hence Ever Summit. It's a forever summit. Now, this is very much different from Evergreen Summits. Evergreen Summits are good for a sale. Remember, upsell, flash sale, etc., but those don't generate leads. With the Ever Summit feature activated, you can determine if you want your summit to run once a week, twice a month, or monthly. Then implement a few of these tactics, which we'll discuss here in a second, and watch your summit now become the beginning of your customer journey. Every week or month, new leads pouring in with new relationships being built with your tribe. It's no longer a one-off mega event. It's now a collaborative marketing strategy that keeps on giving every week and month. And again, with one click, not hundreds of hours. We're talking game changing. No coding or tech needed. Simply run your summits. Then after it's over, go click the Ever Summit feature, activation, and determine how frequently you want it to run and watch the leads keep pouring in. Now, how this works is using a proprietary technology we've made so you aren't running fake urgency. It's real urgency, real-time action. So how it works is once you have the Ever Summit feature activated, you continue to direct traffic to the landing page. Now that new attendees show up to the landing page and sees the summit starts, let's say like next Tuesday, they opt into the summit. And the software tracks where each attendee is in the summit and opens up the appropriate session based on the actual correct dates and times. This creates a real-time live feeling. No old summit reruns. The software will lock down each session based on the appropriate time, and then when the whole summit is over, the attendee must upgrade to re-access the videos just like a normal live summit. If they try to go back to the landing page and rejoin, it says, sorry, the summit has ended, please upgrade. Yet while all new traffic comes to that same landing page, they see that the summit starts next Tuesday. You see? Revolutionary. It's been game changing. It's also been a huge factor in why we've been able to create the business model we have called the Summit Ascension model, which you can learn more about that in episode 27 on the Virtual Summit podcast. Now, here's the crazy part. The Virtual Summit software is the only platform that has this kind of technology. Everything else out there is an evergreen strategy. They just send them to a rerun page or to a sales page and then wonder why it doesn't work. Now, this gets me all excited because of how amazing the Ever Summit feature is for your summit, but not just for your new summits. If you've ever run a summit in the past and wanted to pull them off that dusty shelf and put them to use, you can simply go into the software and create the summit in a matter of hours and use those same videos, and now you can rerun that summit ongoing. Bring your old summit back to life again and get started building your customer journey. So now that you understand how this actually works and what it means, let's talk through some of the techniques to make your Ever Summit strategy successful. I focus on two aspects when it comes to the Ever Summit: Ever Summit traffic and Ever Summit optimization. Let's start with traffic. So another big difference between the live summit and an Ever Summit is usually you have a very short window of time to advertise your live summit. So you're focused primarily on speaker promotion and maybe some paid traffic. Once you switch over to Ever Summit, we have a lot more permanent options now to bring us traffic. Of course, you can continue with paid traffic if you want. The benefit now is you have time to tweak and test your different ads and get to the best converting options at the smallest price point, which is a huge game changer versus just throwing out some ads, dumping a bunch of money behind them, and hoping they convert.
Be sure to check out the speaker management tool inside your Virtual Summit software, which lets you quickly and easily recruit and manage your speakers on your virtual summit, literally eliminating hundreds of hours of work. Get more information at virtualsummits.com.
However, now that we have a summit that will convert ongoing, we can look at more organic options. Some of my favorite are the following. We can talk about our summit on Facebook Lives, both on our own Facebook Lives, but we can also on other people's lives, because when they head over to the summit, the link is still valid and the summit still converts. Now, we can do regular weekly or monthly posts talking about a related topic and then send people to the summit for more information if they want to go deeper. Now, we can write about our summit on our blogs. Again, create a topic or a talk about it and then send them to the summit page for more information on any aspect of what you were talking about. We can also guest blog and link to the summit. We can create YouTube videos or Instagram stories or Instagram TV and talk about the summit. We can put it on our website as a resource or even give it to others like our sponsors to put in their resource areas. The main aspect here is you can take these organic channels that live on forever and now link to your summit because it is still live and it will still convert versus a boring lead magnet or trying to get a new lead onto a webinar. Not going to happen very easily. But we know if we get them on our summits, we can create massive know, like, and trust and build a relationship with that person who will want to go further with us on the customer journey. Now, the last and probably most powerful traffic source we'll talk about today is affiliate traffic. Since the summit is good forever, you can reach out to your speakers and your affiliates and let them know they can continue to promote the summit and it will continue to pay them revenue on conversions. They can either do a monthly or quarterly single email promotion or put it on their newsletter or on their websites and resource sections. Your affiliates can also just build it into their nurture campaigns, which is super easy and effective to watch ongoing traffic continue to be driven to the summit. Now, I will typically even go over and above with my affiliates. I'll give them 100% commission on any all access pass purchases. Why? Because I look like the hero to my affiliate who will push the summit harder in the previously mentioned ways and most likely be open to partnering with me again in the future. Plus, why wouldn't I give 100% commission now? I get a buyer that will be far more value to me through my post-summit profit strategy, and my expenses are almost nothing at this point. And the affiliate is going to push much, much harder knowing that they get 100% commission. Now, during the live summit, yes, there are some expenses to recoup on, although not a lot. But once it's set to Ever Summit, any sale is pretty much pure revenue. I don't need to worry about that overhead. Okay, so that's the traffic strategies. Literally, you'll just start to see every month new leads coming in from all over the place through your summit. It's such a game changer. Now, for the Ever Summit optimization strategy, which is also a big player in our Summit Ascension model. What is a business? It's prospects who build a relationship with you, then you solve a problem and generate a revenue through helping that prospect with that problem. Well, the best way to generate that prospect and build a relationship is with a summit. So why wouldn't the beginning of our customer journey be multiple one-day summits or a multi-day summits, all set to Ever Summit mode, bringing in constant warm leads? Exactly, it would be, and would be an incredibly powerful strategy, which is why we use it. Now, if we're going to do something like that, we have a super powerful advantage now. We can optimize our summits and continue to tweak them to make them better and higher conversions. You can really do this during a live summit. Excuse me. You can't really do this during a live summit as there really isn't enough time to test it out. Honestly, you're up to your eyeballs in actually hosting the summit. So now that it's on Ever Summit, what we can do are a few optimization strategies. The first one is changing the theme. Now, what's cool about this is with the Virtual Summit software, you can literally change the entire layout and theme with a few clicks of a button. It's not possible to do this anywhere else. However, with Virtual Summit software, when you change the theme, it gives the summit a completely different look and feel. So you can see which theme converts best, keep tweaking it till you hit that gold mine.
With the Ever Summit feature inside the Virtual Summit software, you can rerun your summit as if it were live, ongoing forever with one click of a button. This now lets you continue to use your summit forever, bringing in qualified and engaged leads every month into your business. Get more information at virtualsummit.com.
You can do this super easy with our pre-made themes and templates, or you can go full on custom and build your own theme with our 100% customizable page builder. We're also the only summit software out there that offers this. You can tell I love this software, right? Okay, so next is simply change the color theme. You can do this summit wide or just change certain aspects, the buttons or the top fold or the text color. Next, we can experiment with the ordering of the speakers. Yep, simply rearrange the speaker order, both on the actual opt-in page, but also try doing it on the actual sessions, arranging those differently as well. Maybe your summit went live before you learned about the summit story arc, which we discussed in detail in episode 57. You can get access to a full training over in our resources at virtualsummits.com on how you can make your summit binge-worthy by telling a story and how important session order really is. Definitely recommend checking this out. Now, again, just to reiterate, for any of you listening and going, no way, this is way too much work, nothing have I mentioned yet would take more than 20 to 60 minutes to do with the software. It's super simple and easy, but again, gives you optimal results ongoing forever. You can also just have somebody on your team do it too. Now, here's my favorite ninja move when it comes to optimizing the Ever Summit. Change out the speaker headshots. Yep, absolutely genius. Simply have your speakers submit you 2 to 3 headshots at the beginning, or just follow up with them, or just grab them from Google, either one. Changing out the speaker headshots looks like a completely new summit. So if you have some people that have come to the summit but not yet converted, now it will look new and different. Plus you can test to see which converts better. You can also change out the copywriting, the title, even the logo. Change the images of the summit. You can make it look different from almost every angle. It's like getting a second chance or third or fourth to make your summit convert. Now, I get a lot of messages from summit hosts who say, Mark, my summit didn't convert. What happened? I go and look at it and I can see, yeah, your title and messaging is way too confusing, or your layout isn't the best, or your summit home video needs to be improved. You know, that would be just plain mean of me if it weren't for the fact they can now go make those updates and changes and then rerun it. Also, as I mentioned, the summit home video can be redone, edited, improved as well to test out different videos. You can test a long form video versus a short form. You can test your sales page the same way. Should there be a video on it? Should it be a long form sales page or a short form? All of this is now testable thanks to the Ever Summit feature. Lastly, you can also go back and optimize your ads to ensure they are converting well. You can create retargeting ads to test those out. So many options to do, and all which will increase your summit success dramatically with very little work and almost zero expenses. The last thing I'll say before we wrap this up in regards to my summit ascension process. I did go in detail about it on a previous episode, but also super in depth on one of our weekly live summit workshops, which you can sign up for free for those in our resource page, again, over at virtualsummits.com. Our process is essentially this. Each quarter, we release a new one-day summit and activate an older one-day summit. So every quarter, I have a couple one-day summits running and occasionally a multi-day summit. all running on EverSummit status. With the software, I can easily go into the old summits and optimize them, as I've mentioned already, and then simply turn them on with one click of a button. I then simply turn off the other one the same way. Super easy, but so powerful. If you only have one summit, then you can just rerun that one. However, we like to spice it up and mix it up. The main point here is you have 100% complete power and opportunity to ensure your summit performs, even if it didn't perform on the first live launching of it. Again, if you have an old summit just sitting around, dust it off, put it on the EverSummit mode, and start using it to generate ongoing leads into your business. Plus, you can always do a relaunch of your summit 4 to 6 months later, where you reach back out to your speakers and have them each send out another 1 to 2 emails to the summit. With the EverSummit feature, it will now still be live, feel live, and convert as if it was live. I can honestly say this has been a game changer for our businesses, and the summit hosts that I see activating this using these strategies are crushing it as well. Okay, so that'll wrap it up for us here talking about the EverSummit strategy. I hope you'll check it out, as well as head over to the resources area for all of our summit strategies. Plus, anything I mentioned today will be in our show notes over at podcast.virtualsummits.com/075. Lastly, remember, you have a message that matters and an impact you need to create. The only thing holding you back is how you get that message out. So go out and create an impact in the world, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for listening. Now don't forget to subscribe and leave a 5-star review on the Virtual Summit podcast. Head over to the show notes to check out all the links and resources from this episode, and be sure to grab your free trial of the Virtual Summit software.
Now, I want to end this episode by saying to all the Summit hosts listening right now, I believe in you, and you can do this. Summits are by far one of the most powerful ways to quickly grow your list, launch your platform, make more money, and most importantly, make an impact in the world, even if you're just getting started. So don't get caught up in analysis paralysis, because the world needs to hear your message, and there are people who are waiting for you to help them. So just get started, because imperfect action is always better than no action. Thank you, and see you on the next episode.